What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be doing another reaction. Now, I haven't done a reaction in a while, so I thought it'd be a perfect time to do one. And also, this is a crazy title that is just like, oh yeah, I have to click on this. And at the same time, I was also sent this by one of you guys in the comments below, one of my subscribers. So you guys actually sent me this article to read and check out. Now, I kind of didn't read it yet. I kind of just looked at the title and I was like, wow, that's crazy. But then I was like, all right, we got to react to this together and really break down what's happening here, because I don't really know how this is pulled off. So thank you for sending it to me, but I kind of want to see how it's pulled off and kind of react to it with you guys. So I haven't really seen it, but as you can read by the title, this is the Lions land Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons in Blockbuster mock draft. Obviously, that would help our defense a lot. So I'm really curious to see how this works out. And yeah, so we're gonna react to this because I really don't have any ideas of how this could work out. And I don't know. Let's just get this thing started. By John McAaron. Okay, let's get through it. He says the latest mock draft has Lions trading with the Carolina Panthers to secure an extra pick in the top 10 of the 2020 NFL Draft. Okay. Lions sends 2020 first round, 2020 third round, 2022 first round. Carolina sends Lions number 7. Okay, that's how it works out. Okay. Okay, see, I haven't looked at this yet, but just from that, okay, I see what they're doing here. So instead of sending this year's picks, we're sending next year's. Honestly, I don't think that's the smartest move. However, at the same time, with Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn both having their jobs on the line, it would not surprise me. I think that this is funny to me because it's like, you know, we might get fired. So let's trade away, you know, the next year's picks to make sure this team is stacked so we don't get fired. Obviously, it's not great for the future, but at the same time, is it really bad for the future? I mean, think about it for a second. How many rookies come in and make an immediate impact in a position that you need? But over the second year is when Bob Quinn says he thinks players take that biggest jump. So in that second year, maybe it's better to get all of the great players now and we have the chance sitting at number 3 instead of waiting another year to do it, right? Obviously, if this year goes awful, then, you know, next year's pick would be valuable, but I mean, still, you could just stack up on picks this year, and then those guys will continue to grow and get better, and hopefully next year you don't need those picks anyways because you already have the same young guys. So this is wild. Okay, so we give away our next year's first and third and 2022's first round. So not only are we giving them next year's first round, but also the year after that first round for the 7th pick in the draft. Okay, now it says we land Isaiah Simmons and Chase Young. I don't know if Isaiah's going to be there till 7. That's the only thing I'd be worried about. Almost like the Chargers is someone that we could be more interested in, but let's get through it. Let's see what he says. This scenario could be very plausible if Detroit Lions general manager Bob Quinn chooses to be aggressive with this organization's future first round selections. I wouldn't be mad. Honestly, if the Lions did something like this, and they had that plan like, hey, we got to stack this D, and we know if we get this defense better, we can win now. Because it's not like, you know, you can't keep saying, okay, well, there's always next year and all this stuff. Things change so quickly. When you have the opportunity, when you have something that's going for you, I'm not mad at you for being aggressive, but having a plan. If you don't have a plan and you're just doing random stuff, I'm like, what are you doing? But if you got a plan, you're like, hey, we're stacking the defense this year. We believe with how good our offense was last year, if we keep Matthew Stafford on his feet and we stack this defense, we can win a playoff game next season. If they think that, then hey, I'm not even mad at them for doing that because I would rather see them be aggressive than just be like, you know, oh, it didn't work out again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's go for something. We have never won anything. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen next season? We go 0-16. Wouldn't be the first time. Am I right? Like, come on. And we're not going to go 0-16 anyways. What would be the worst thing that could happen? So, we've never won. Look, we've won one playoff game in NFL history. We've won one playoff game. We've never even won the NFC North. All right? We've never won the NFC North. So, what's the worst thing that could happen? Or at least the updated one. There's nothing bad that could happen. So, I wouldn't even be that mad if they had a plan and they got 2 really good players. It says, after a disappointing 2018 season, ownership has mandated Detroit Lions must be in playoff contention in 2020. So why not be aggressive as possible to acquire 2 of the premier defenders in this year's NFL Draft? Okay, I like it. In this scenario, Miami would trade up with Washington Redskins to select Tua Tagovailoa. Okay, so Tua goes there, so Chase Young's still there, so we take Chase at 3. Okay, I see what they're saying. I can actually see that happening. I can see Miami trading up with the Redskins. Would not surprise me. Some people think it won't happen, but it really wouldn't shock me because I really think the Redskins would be super smart to acquire picks and still, especially with the Dolphins, because the Dolphins have the other first-round picks, and still get an offensive lineman, which they need. Why would you not do that? Unless they want to. I don't know. It says, defensive end Chase Young would fall to the Lions at 3 in a dream-type scenario for Lions fans. Yes, we would love Chase Young. The whole tank for Chase was a thing for a while. I mean, think about that, y'all. We were going tank for Chase. A lot of people were tank for Chase for a while. The Giants would add a weapon in Daniel Jones by selecting Jerry Jeudy. Okay, Jerry Jeudy. Ooh. Okay, I don't know about that one. Now, I don't know exactly how the scenario is going to play out, But I feel like they could still go with an offensive lineman here, and it would still make sense, I think. Unless you have someone taking the offensive lineman, like Jedrick Wills. I still think they could go like a Wirfs or Wills here, because they do need an offensive lineman. But I guess, hey, Jerry Jeudy, things happen, man. Things surprising happen, all right? The draft is crazy. I'll just leave it at that, all right? Here we go. Clelin Ferrell is the perfect example, all right? Perfect example. Washington would utilize the number 5 pick that was received in the Dolphins trade to select other premier pass rusher in this year's draft, Derek Brown from Auburn. Okay, so Washington, who has number 5 now because they traded back, they're selecting Derek Brown. So they're not going O-line either. Wow, okay. And that doesn't surprise me. I actually think Derek Brown could make sense for them. They're going to really stack that D-line in a different way, but they still get picks and they get help on the D-line. So they get Derek Brown. This is weird. This is really weird. The Los Angeles gets quarterback number 6 by Justin Herbert. This time it's Detroit not to sit back and find their value in later rounds. By trading with Carolina, the Detroit Lions get Isaiah Simmons. So that means Jeffrey Okudah would still be available. Honestly, I don't think this is impossible, but I would say this. I think it could play out a little bit differently and still be possible. So, because like if Washington backed up to 5, and they wanted Derek Brown, they could still do that. Giants could take a lineman. Maybe the Giants go with Simmons. If the Giants win with Simmons, and 5, Washington goes with the lineman, and 6, we see the Chargers go with the quarterback. At 7, we could get Okudah and Chase Young, both Ohio State players. I think that could be also an interesting way to look at it too. It says here, Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons would change the culture instantly. That's facts. There's without a doubt that would completely change everything Lions. And I wouldn't be mad about that, because let's think about this too. We don't know what our 2021 first round pick is going to look like. If we win the Super Bowl next year, it's going to be a pretty awful pick. Now, what are the odds we win a Super Bowl? But I mean, if we trade them away, we get some really good talent. The Lions know they have to make the playoffs. You would expect they'd at least be a playoff team, or it's not their picks anyway, so they're just setting it up bad for the next GM. I don't know. Mortgaging the future is not as bad as it seems if Quinn and company are able to make a quality draft selections and acquisitions. Yeah, I don't think it's bad either, especially like he's saying, if they keep their job. If they do this and they keep their job because they have a successful season, then this is not a bad move at all. It's not. Because, you have 2 really good players. You would still have the same guys that brought those guys in. They would just continue to develop. You just wouldn't have a first-round pick next year. But if you're already good anyways, why does it matter? And if it doesn't work out, and you're not great next year, maybe Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia are fired, the next guy to come in, sure, he doesn't have a first-round pick, but he has Isaiah Simmons and Chase Young, or Chase Young and Okudah, or something along those lines. He has still 2 of the top defensive talents in the league, all right? And he has guys to build off of. So whoever the next guy would be, they would have something to build off of. So honestly, I don't think this is bad, because it's not like you're trading out your 3rd pick for Khalil Mack, which is older. You're trading out your 3rd pick next year, or whatever your first round pick next year, for a number 3 pick this year, which is still either way going to be just a 1-year difference. So I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. Obviously, the draft next year could be more boring, but who cares if we're winning? And I wouldn't be mad if they took a shot. I would not be mad. Let's see what the comments say. Too much more for the future. This draft is deep. Okay. Young and Okudah might try to be. That's what I'm saying. I think Young and Okudah could possibly be how this scenario works out, too. As to Bears, how trading a couple years' worth of draft capital worked. Now it worked. Well, here's the thing, though. If you say that, I'm pretty sure once the Bears did that, they won the division. We have never won the division. So, honestly, if we're Lions fans and we're sitting here for a second and how many times have we talked about the future, right? How many times have we talked about, let's build for the future? And I'm not saying it's bad to build for the future, but I'm saying the difference with the Bears is this. The Bears are trading away picks for Khalil Mack, who's already been in the league for years with Oakland. We are trading away picks for other picks. It's not like we're getting an old veteran player with a big contract. You're just taking different young players. Maybe this year who knows if there's going to be a Chase Young or Isaiah Simmons next year's draft? Probably not. There's probably not going to be that. So I think this is completely different for the Bears situation. And the Bears won a division. We've never won the NFC North. So I think every Lions fan would say, hey, if you could have 1 year winning the North, would you take it? Absolutely. But again, it's not setting us bad for the future, because we did win the division because of this. Next year we still have the players because they're so young and they're on a big contract. I really don't think this is a bad idea. I really don't. They took a chance. At least they still have record Lions. Yeah, and it's just different because you're not trading for a current player, you're trading for picks. I honestly wouldn't be too mad. Now, there's definitely ways this could go wrong. I don't think they will do it. I know knowing Bob Quinn and his trade back philosophy, I think there's a way better chance that he trades back, and I'm not mad at that either. I'm not saying that, hey, we have to do this. This is the only way that the draft can go well for the Lions, or that it's only right if we trade away next year's picks. Heck no. But I am saying this is not as terrible as it may seem, especially if the Lions land 2 of the top players in the draft. And, Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia could be looking into doing this. I don't think it's that bad of an idea, honestly. I mean, hey, I'd rather see a team be aggressive. Teams want to sit back. That's them, to do them. But why don't we just go at it? Why don't we just go for it, man? I don't know. But at the same time, I think it's not. Here's the thing: when I say let's just go for it, it's not like a go for it type of risk where it's like, oh no, we're done. We're done if this don't work out. It's not like that. It's not like the Rams spending a whole bunch of money on guys that are only going to be there for a few years and it's over. For us, we are trading away picks for more picks for guys that are just going to be young. And then the next year, they're still going to be young. They're still going to be on a long deal. They're still going to be on a cheap contract. So it's a lot different than getting players. I think there's definitely a positive outlook to this, and it's just interesting, and I want to share it with you guys. If you guys disagree, that's cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of you guys do disagree, but, you know, it is what it is. I think it's kind of funny to see stuff like this. I do appreciate all of your guys' support. Anyone who was able to help out last night, we know there was some unfortunate events that occurred with the whole hacking and stuff. That's just awful. But anyways, I do appreciate all of you guys. You guys have been completely awesome, even when y'all disagree with me a lot of times, which is okay because, you know, I have my opinion, you have yours. That's all good. That's what makes the community go round. I appreciate all the support. So thank you, Prep, for watching, and I'm out.